boom, boom, boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. How, 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 how. Hey, hey. You gotta come on.
So for this segment of Let's Learn Things, welcome to the Modeler's Corner. I've got one thing that I really want to go over. Most of us know in this area about the prototype show that's in St. Louis once a year. 2-day event, bring your models, and we have people there that are new and up and coming producers, manufacturers and such, and then we have ones that have been here and all. This show is not a train show, it's a specialty show. And to show you how special it is, I found these guys at the prototype show and I started looking at what they had. 3D printing is doing exactly what we thought it would do. It is changing the face of the hobby. And we found this company there, and they're called Scale Signs. And what an assortment they have. You need to go to Scale, SCALESIGNS.com. Detailed signs for your models and layouts. Established in 1995. You see this? Look at this. This is the box. This is the box that it all came in. Look at this. And so here's their box, and they just slap the what is that, a UPS? No, USPS ground on it. And you open this up. Look at this box. This looks like Black Box's stuff. Look at this box. It's a fantastic box, and then you start pulling what's in it, and you get their bill and or your receipt of what you paid. And what I got, and I'm going to show you what you're looking at right now. You're looking at the original one from Blair Line Kits, and I built this thing, and those cards you put on that, and then when it's, when you're done looking at that one, you want to put on another one, you have to, I use Walther's glue, and you put it on there and you replace it, and that's how you just do it like in real life. You cover it up. This one's not like that, okay? This is fantastic, okay? Does advertising work? Just did, and that is the original. What it does is it shows you how this thing slips into this thing, okay? And once I have this together, it will look like that, okay? But that's not all. Look what else came in the box. Candy! I have Fruticus Columbiana. I've not tried it yet, okay, but you get this, and you get this in apparently everything you order, you get one of these. This is unbelievable, okay? Now what I did is I called because Redboard Hobby in Swansea, basic Belleville, they ordered the display for this, and so he's got everything they have. But I said, do you have the lighting kit? And he says, no, I didn't get that. So I'm in the process of contacting and saying, because I ordered it and it came in this little envelope thing. Look at this, got that on there again. And here's the lighting kit, so you can light that up. With the Blair Line, you can't do that. I guess you could with LEDs, take you a year to do it, but this lighting kit goes with this, and they had this operating at the prototype show. And that's why you go to the prototype show, is to find stuff like this. You get their business card. Pick that business card up. Okay, pick that up at any show that they're at. And this one came in what I ordered. How about let's do an email, and it is sales, SALES, at scalesigns.com. They've also got a Facebook page, so you can get on there. They got a phone number, 517-993-1012. Scalesigns.com. Bring your models to life. The world's largest collection of model scale signs, and they've got a nice logo and all of that. So yeah, this is we're serious about what we're doing here. Okay, so if you're needing signs of any type or whatever, go to this site and see how much they do have. And like I said, if you live in the area, Redboard Hobbies has got the complete display in his place, and I'm going to find out why he doesn't have this, because this is supposed to be on that display case. So that's the Modeler's Corner on scale signs. And then I went into the $1.25 store. Are you aware of that? It's not the dollar store anymore. It's the $1.25 store. Okay, capitalism at its best, which is about to go away. But walked in there and I looked down, and here's this. And I'm watching a guy in Canada, and his whole thing, I don't know where he got his, $1.25. Look at these. What this would cost you in a hobby store or something, and they're nothing but syringes. That's all they are. I don't know what you're going to use it for. Paint, thinner, glue, I don't know. But there they are. $1.25, it's called a party favor. It's to deal with, it's seasonal, so you're not going to be able to do this all the time. So you need to go there. You get 4 pieces, party favor. This is like for a Halloween costume, you know, Halloween party and whatever. But they had a ton of these things. So I picked one up just because it's novelty. Well, the other thing that was in I saw was these are called mini cups. Okay? And there's supposed to be 4 pieces in here. And let's see. Okay, it looks like it was taped together. So we'll take our X-Acto knife and we will, well, we're supposed to be able to do that. Is there something else there? Yep, there's a lip there. All right, there we go. All right, so here we go. We open this up, and we don't need this. And so here are 4 cups. Now this has got a skeleton's claw on it, but it's just a little cup. Now it's not. It's flat inside. So you know, whatever cup that you're going to need. That was in a little insert that went in between the two, but you just got a little cup that you can put stuff in. You know, you need some water for decals. Maybe, I don't know, well, I mean, if you're going to mix paint, well, if this is white, it's going to always be white. If it's blue, it's always going to be blue. So, but yeah, 4 of those. 4 of those for $1.25, because it's the $1.25 show. Okay, it's the show. It is a show. It's a store. $1.25 store. Okay, so little break here, and I'm going to show you something we found at the Boeing show. All right, so I was at the Boeing show and walked over, and here's a guy with a bunch of 3D parts that were printed, And this place is called modelrailroadstuff.com. He is Ron Shreve. He's at modelrailroadstuff@gmail.com, and he's in Aurora, Missouri. Resin and filament 3D printing. Phone number of 417-838-4623. Now, I'm going to try to arrange a time to take that trip and go down there. But we found these, and they are probably one of the, I mean, really something here. The first thing that we're looking at is I got just like one of each just to see what it was like, and what you have here is a well, let's see what this would be. It's got great detail that, of course, my camera's not going to show you that, but no, too dark. But anyway, it's a air conditioner vent. Okay, so that is there. And then these are air conditioner units that would be put on top of a building. And he asked me, does this need a cover? And I said, we almost had a wire cover, so I understand he's working on that, but that mounts, that'll mount on the building like that. And then there was this one. I bought two of these because they looked pretty cool. And I've got vents that would go on top of that so it wouldn't be exposed. And then it's actually the like when you get a diesel and you need the top fan cover, and that's what this would be here. And then he had these are doubles, and so instead of one, it's got two, and this one's actually got the covers on the fan. So, but he had these, and I will tell you something. I believe that this is supposed to come off of this track thing, but I would really just hate to try to do that. But anyway, that is there, and then and I'm talking, these Coke machines are 3D print, and if you get them unpainted, they're $1, which, you know, I think, well, maybe probably isn't worth that, but these are $2, but these are painted. And I don't know if you've ever tried to paint some of this stuff, but I will tell you that trying to paint some of this is, let me see if I can get a little closer here. Trying to paint one of these is that's not easy. Okay, so if someone's going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and pay the $2 for it, because I don't think I want to attempt the other. Now, what he did other than that was that he had a lot of the farm implement, which is like your corn and your wheat collectors, your bins, your what else did he have, dryers and stuff, and had them where you could make them different sized and whatnot on that. So this was, he's got some really nice stuff. I'm going to try to talk to him. I would like to see, you know, how he does and whatever, but I'm just going to suggest I can't make that trip without, you know, getting something out of it. He drove 4 hours I shrieked at that because Boeing this time, because of what's going on and everything, it was horrible. And I told him, I said, that was not a normal show for Boeing. You should have sold a lot more than that. I sold $67, guys. That's, you know how bad it was. At the end of the show, when it was closing and all, it was quiet in there. Usually everybody's talking and, hey, it was really, and it was almost dead silent of just packing your stuff. And, you know, I kind of thought about, you know, what this is like is one of those World War II movies where the B-17s are coming back, 32 went out, 6 are coming back, and nobody's talking. They know how bad that is. So that was a lot like what that was. But like I said, this is the Modeler's Corner section. Probably going to start doing something like this, but you know, the 3D is making its way. You've got the $1.25 store is doing that, and these, and you know, and then you've got Scale Signs, which has got a nice, you know, this is going to be nice when I put it together, and then add the lights to it and all that. That should look pretty good when I get done. So, and of course, you know, anybody that sends you candy, you know, I went to their site, and you'll be impressed when you see that, of how many signs, different signs they have. As I said with this one, these signs, they slide in and out, okay? So because can you imagine on the Blair line, well, how many signs can you put up there before it starts to look stupid, you know? Because you got to have thickness of the paper. Well, how many can you put on? After about 4, it gets real thick. See? So that's not designed really to do that. You can do it like, you know, 3-4 times, but then you're done. I believe there's another side to that too. I don't know, but anyway, this one is the way to go. This slides in and it slides out. They have all of these. They got some extra ones that you can buy. Like I said, if you've got a good printer and you get the dimensions of this, then you can make your own signs and make them what you want. But that's the availability of this. So we'll see what this looks like when I get it together and get it lit up. But for now, that's going to do it for Let's Learn Things, and this is the Modeler's Corner. All right, YouTubers, all you model railroaders out there that have always, you know, a little weary about buying a Bachmann 484 War Baby GS4. Lionel made one. Bachmann made one for them. Came in the white with squiggly box and a blue label, and then later switched to Spectrum in the black box. And between those two came the, well, in fact, before that it came in a really bad box. But before that, it came, and Lionel had made one. Well, recently, as you all know, I was at the Franklin, Indiana NMRA event for 2 days. Very different show, but very interesting. And I've been looking for one of these, and I cannot find one that doesn't have a crackhead price on it. $100 or more for one of these is completely and utterly ridiculous because of what I'm about to show you. Because we all know about the famous Bachmann. We heard about the Proto 2000 Thump Thump because the gears would split and come apart. Well, of course, we all know back in the 70s when all these things were released and new, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, they all came with the same problem: split gears. Because I don't fault Bachmann, I fault them for going the cheap route and getting a company that screwed them, and in the process screwed all of us. Well, I'm going to zoom in here and we're going to get started because I bought one of these things, and guess what we're going to try to do? You can get these. Now, what I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to show you an email from Bachman. As you can see, this was done in sections, so we're going to show section 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now we're going to know why they're called Botchmen. So, sent to parts at Bachman. I am in need of replacements for the main gear and the 3 connector ones. GS4 Western Pacific 484. I did not say Lionel. How do I get these? Thanks. And there's all my information. This is the response that I got. Hello, Dirk. What scale are you referring to? And this is Cynthia, Assistant Parts Manager, Parts Department at Bachman. Okay. Do you know of any of these that have been made in any other scale? Because I don't. HO, the Lionel version, was never anything else. Round axle holes and then my name. And here is your Botchman response. Good morning, Dirk. They give you a link to eBay, and then they even say the technician states that it is completely unrepairable. Here's a possible solution. So apparently Cynthia is actually trying here and says, try this link. And of course, that's the link I used. And of course, those are the parts that I got. So I thanked her for the reference and then added, that statement by the technician is exactly why it is referred to as Botchman. Get a new tech. So, that is where that was left. I'm probably not going to ever hear from them. You know, after this happens, we're not going to be doing this anyway, but businesses like that will instantly go out of business. So, I got the link. And here's what we got. So, let's zoom in, open this up, and see what's going on. Okay, so the lighting doesn't appear to be very well here, so I don't know what this is going to look like. But anyway, here it is. Okay, so let's see. This is I don't know, so I'm just going to slice it. Okay. And we're going to open it up. And what appears to be a shipping label, and then what appears as these. Okay, so alright, so this is from a person called Daniel Walters, and if you go to that eBay link that you can see there, that's where you're going to find these. No, these are not made by anybody. This is a 3D print. So this is replacement 3D printed Bachman HO GS4 484 axles and gear set generation 1, and then gives an item. Okay. Please remember to properly quarter the engine, and thanks for your purchase. So you have to learn how to quarter. Alright, so what are you looking at? Alright, so what you're looking at is there are actually this was supposed to be one. There's 2 sets in here. Okay. That's interesting. $18 from the printed gears. The shipping is $3.96, and of course your old eBay collected sales tax of $1.65. Okay, so your total comes to $23.61, and that's what it's going to cost you to fix these. Now, this of course is the Western Pacific, and it is made by, well, it says Lionel on the bottom. I paid $20 for this, what was called a project engine. Okay, so this is the Lionel version, and of course we know all of this was made by Bachmann. And so I went in, and there's one screw that goes, let's see, where was that screw? That was so hard to do. I think that was this one, I'm not real sure, but very difficult to get to and all. So here is so we're going to try to get down on this. Okay, so here's what it ends up looking. This does not come apart like you think it will. So I don't have a Apple phone or anything like that. So I will probably do a couple of these and then turn this off and try to figure out how this is actually working. Where I'm actually trying to figure out where the gear is. But anyway, okay, so I did not. Okay. All right. Never done this before, folks, so this is a first time for me also. Let's say that goes there. Let's say goes there. Well, it slid on there. Now, I'm not real sure, because I don't remember now, and I should have taken a picture. You know, before you do anything, always take a picture and find out what's going on. I'm just going to go ahead and put this gear in here. Two gears. Alright, and then you're supposed to use these for these ones, and I don't remember it having to have a square, so not wanting to go on. Well, the other one slipped right in, but these don't appear that they want to do that, which means that the holes are too small. Trying every one that was sent. See if it'll slide on, and so far getting nothing. If none of these slide on, realize that you're not able to see anything that I'm doing here. I'm just trying to slide these on and see. And what I'm looking at right now is that I'm going to have to, I don't even know how I'm going to do it. None of them appear to be drilled out or printed out where they're going to fit on these. I'm going to try this one in the back. Wow, this is just not cooperating. Okay, so the ones with the gears, the ones that I put on with 2 gears, they work, okay? But everybody over here is, those holes are too small for this. So let me see what I can come up with. Okay, I know you would have loved to see what I just had to do, but I had to take these and I had to drill out the hole, and the hole is a 5/64. And you know, I was afraid of it being too big and it would slip. No, it's right. So 5/64, and so I got it in. And then of course, you know, they talk about quartering, and quartering is, this has to be straight. Okay, so I've got it where I think it should be. I'm going to go ahead and put it back together and then go in on the test track and see if I'm right. Okay, so further study of this problem has revealed a production problem. As you can see, the piece of plastic goes between the 2 wheels. And then those will line, and that will eventually come up to this here. So upon going through this, and why this is now going to become a museum piece, is that no matter what you do, these wheels will never stay in time. These pieces, which you can buy on the internet, do not work. They're too small. Those holes do not fit this piece of the wheel. So upon further study of this, what we have found out is that, why in the hell would you put a piece of plastic between these 2 pieces? Why is this not one piece? Every brass locomotive that I've ever looked at, taken apart or whatever, this was never the case. It was always one piece molded together, and obviously that would keep it in time. But this, and this is the one that has Lionel on it, but Botchman made this. Okay, so these little pieces here that slide onto here, they keep the wheel. You could glue that, you could do whatever, but when you have a piece so cheaply made that it breaks and supposedly goes up here somewhere, okay, that this is so cheaply made is, and remember when this was made, okay? Remember that when this was made, we virtually had throwaway trains. So this thing would have been $25 or something, brand spanking new. And it would, and is designed to break. So you throw it away and you go get another one. That's why these things are unrepairable. The wheels will never go back together. In fact, when you put it on the track, after you've got everything in time and the plastic wheels are where they're supposed to be, you turn it on and it takes one of the wheels and makes it go back and forth. It won't go fully around. You would think that it's not in time, but yet you've put everything in time, but it does that. So this is now going to become a museum piece. We're going to put it back together, and then it will never run again. So when you see these GS4s that are in the gray box or in the black box or whatever block that is, okay, because I think they made the GS4 and it went into the blue box. I'm not real certain on that. But this, you don't pay $100, you don't pay $120, you don't pay $150, because this will last about 6 months of running time, and then all of a sudden it'll break. The gears inside will split just like they're supposed to. And if you go out on the net and you get these pieces, they don't fit. I've drilled them out. I put them on. Even if you would have glued them, the entire thing is completely messed up, completely destroyed, and that means all you've got is a museum piece. Don't pay $100 and $150 for a museum piece. Okay? So again, Botchman, and there you go. So for this segment of Let's Learn Things, let's talk templates. This is a modeler's trick, a little modeler's thing that I do. And I took the Walthers asphalt street system and put it together and made a template of what that looks like, because in their system they allow you to have a vehicle that's going down the road and also have a vehicle that is placed in a situation of parking. Okay? Alright, so that's nice, but you see how big that thing is. That's for like a downtown city and stuff like that. So, but I have a template now that I can set down somewhere and say, you know, where is this going to fit and where is this going to work? Well, when you take their system and you get their pieces, and I'll show you this. So here's their pieces, and you're supposed to put them together like this. Well, again, that's really big, okay? Most streets aren't like that. Most streets, which I looked this up, and this is what you would do, and you would take and cutting, there's 5 feet here, some feet here, to make this a 24-foot wide, because that's the width of a normal street. And that's the width of what's down on here. Well, yes, here's another template. Alright? But do I want to sit down and cut every one of these and glue them together and paint them? And do I really want to do that? Or do I want to get a piece of styrene I'm sorry, yeah, the styrene, what is this? Clapboard or something like that. You just turn it over and it's smooth. And now I've got a 24 width. Doesn't matter what length, you're going to add on to it anyway. And now I have a road. So there's my road. So you can make templates. I made the railroad crossing template and all. Put the stuff together. Have a template that you can lay down somewhere and figure out how something is, how big is this going to be? Okay? And, you know, you've got your directions. Shows you how to do it and just put them together. That'll do it for this segment of Let's Learn Things. Let's make some templates.
Good morning, YouTubers. Look where we're at. Yeah, it's another one of those. Another outdoor market. And I have brought something. I have advertised this. And this is going to be something, folks. I think if everybody shows up, look at this. Look at this. That's like 4 layers of trains, HO trains. Big old collection and all. So we're going to see what we can do with that today. And they've said that they've got paints and buildings today. So we're going to see what they have. And we're just going to see how this day goes, because you know this can be, well, you know, it can be a real flop. And then again, you can turn around and all of a sudden it's unreal. I see they got them a Dunkin' Donuts over there. All right, let's see what happens. So it turned out to be about what I thought it would be. Not a lot of people here, but we're all doing the best we can up here. It's getting really hot, so I'm going to head and close this for Let's Learn Things and hit the road.
What is that? Hey, it's Let's Learn Things, and we're at the model show. IPMS model show has it once a year, and we're over at the Elks Lodge. That's what that furry beast was in the background. And we're here to have this show. I'm selling, I'm buying, and this is the second thing that I do other than model trains. I actually do model airplanes. There's a story behind that too. But we're going to be here today, and I'll walk around and let you see a little bit what's here and how they do things. This is their contest area, and all of these are on display and for the contest, and then they also have a raffle.
That's their contest area. A lot of really nice models there. Somebody spent a lot of time on. And then the rest of it is a sales area. Let's look at that.
Well, you got to bang it all in.
And if you see blinking lights, you know who that is. So we'll see what happens the rest of the day. We're winding down at the model show for the IPMS and my buddy up there. So we're gonna get a couple more and say goodbye in just a few minutes. Good morning, YouTubers. It is the start of the train show season, and we are at Queenie Park, Manchester Road in Weedman, and the Greensfelder Complex is what this is called. A brand new facility. We were here last year and the last year, and that we're always at this. This is the #1 show in the St. Louis area. This is the biggest show in the St. Louis area. We always lead this one, and this is September 7th. So the first weekend or so in September is when this starts, and we're going to have this show today. It is going to be a fantastic, it always is, probably always will be. And well, we're just gonna wait here. Of course, you know it's that early. Explained that to you last time about getting the early bird. You know, early bird gets the worm. So we're gonna be here today, and we're gonna watch everybody get here, and I think it's gonna be a fantastic show. What's this? My light? There's a giant light right there. And so we will see what happens, and we'll find out when we get in there. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the setup also.
Finally finds its sweet relief, and I got down on my knees, looking for the Delta Queen to hush my grief. Oh, sand and ocean, please deliver me. Myself alone, I'll keep waiting for my Delta Queen, and if I fall asleep, I'll see her in my dreams. Oh, sand and ocean, please deliver me.
So for doing this segment of Let's Learn Things, I want to show you exactly what is involved in setting this up, because the club members and some of the vendors are the ones that sets the tables up. I want you to look at this. Not only are the tables being set up with chairs, we also have the layout in the back room, and that is being set up by them also. So keep in mind who sets these tables up for you. Okay, as promised, I'm going to go around and we're going to look at these prices. And is the hobby dying, or people just brainwashed? Let's find out. When did After and Blue Box go to 80 bucks? Here's a 90. That's a Kato. I think it's got sound in it. This is an Atlas. Say hi! Say hi! It's a recording. Uh-oh, I'm running out of card. Okay, so there's your pricing of what's going on. Now realize that, you know, if you want to kill the hobby, just put high prices on stuff and then nobody's going to buy that, and they're going to freight, and then they're going to go away from the hobby. So just keep that in mind when you're pricing your stuff. Most of the stuff around here, this is the Boeing show, so you get everything from, I just bought some 3D printed material for $2, okay? And then you saw that Proto 2000 for $50. That's a $25 item, okay? So, and if it doesn't have a box, they also had boxes. The other one didn't have a box, that's $15. So you got to know your product, Well, let's see what else is going on.